Alright, there we go. I gotta turn the microphone on, so we should have audio now. Good morning, everybody. Testing out some new equipment today. So let me just make sure everything's working before we do too much. Get this live stream going in just a minute. Alright, there we go. I gotta turn the microphone on, so we should have audio now. Good morning, everybody. Testing out some new equipment today. Alright. So I didn't have time to do a video this morning. I've got some equipment that we need to test out, but I want to keep this stream up for as long as possible today.
It's terrific.
But I didn't want to title it for the storm chasing event later because that would just be clickbait. Good morning, everyone. We are near Kansas City right now, and we are driving down the interstate headed toward Texas. I believe we're going to be storm chasing in the Texas Panhandle today. You are on the external camera right now. It's a little bit rainy and wet, so I'm trying to see how this camera does when it's wet. I wanted to see how raindrops affect it and everything. I am really trying to up our stream game. Literally everybody in the storm chasing community is copying exactly what I am doing, except for Reed. Reed is doing what I'm doing. And anybody that watches Reed, this isn't a knock on him. Reed is honestly probably one of my best friends, and I kind of gave him and his friend Brian a little bit of an insight into how we're doing our streaming with the overlays and all that. So I'm not knocking him. However, there are a lot of other chasers that sit there and talk about what a terrible person I am, not even kidding, on social media, are ripping off exactly how we're doing the live streams. So the one way that we can be ahead of the game is to be sure that we're providing a high quality video feed. So I am testing out some different settings. Right now, the camera that you're seeing on screen outside of the vehicle is not going through the bonded internet setup. It's on its own standalone internet. And in a moment, we're going to switch to the in-car camera. We're just trying to test out different bit rates and everything. And make sure that we have a quality live stream. I know that in some areas it's really, really tough to get any sort of quality just because of low signal. But basically, I want to have it so that when we're in a good good area, we can at least push higher quality. But like I said, we are driving down the interstate. I'm going to make sure we still have audio. This is basically just a stream to test everything out. I know a lot of people, I promised a video this morning and I just didn't have time. I woke up in Des Moines at, well, really early. It was probably, well, it was about 6 o'clock. I didn't get out the door until 7. You know, we got a long drive. We'll arrive in the Texas Panhandle at about 5 p.m. So now's a good time to test all this out. It looks like we're a little bit distorted there on the camera. I think what's happening is we're getting rain on the lens. So I need to come up with a way to clean the outside camera. I'm actually considering trying to figure out if there's a way I can spray windshield washer fluid on it. anybody's got ideas about outdoor cameras and everything, let me know. Yeah, see, I just sprayed the wipers and now we've got raindrops on it. So I'm going to give me 1 second. Let me switch to the indoor camera or the inside camera. You're going to lose audio here for a second. I have to manually switch this, and let me try running a higher quality on the inside camera for just a moment. So this is the indoor camera, or the windshield camera. It is running a higher bit rate and a higher resolution. So this should be a little bit better of a view now as well. Like I said, we've got to stay ahead of the game here to ensure that we can stay out here. And it's really tough getting quality video streamed. That is for sure. But I think we're getting it worked out here. A hood or something on the camera. I thought about it. You know, the problem is it's mostly like water getting on the lens. Not necessarily like rain, but it's like road grime coming from the front. I thought about maybe putting Rain-X on the lens. I don't know if that would help. Otherwise, I might try to figure out a way to spray it with windshield washer fluid. Guys, we are in Kansas right now. I don't know where. We're on I-70 West. We got about 6.5 hours left until we get to the Panhandle, where I'm expecting some severe weather today. But this isn't really a severe storm chasing live stream. I'm going to be starting up a storm chasing live stream later on this evening. It'll be separate from this one. I really want to test this equipment today, and like I said, I promised everybody a video today, and just can't do that. Run a compressed air line to it. That's actually a very good idea. Thank you. I think I'm going to do that. That would actually be really easy to do. I was thinking about getting a way to spray it with washer fluid, and that would actually be really easy. You could actually just put a little T in the washer fluid hose, and then run a little washer fluid tube up to it with a sprayer nozzle. But then you got water on the lens. Well, I was thinking that's a good idea with the compressed air. We could run a little compressed air line up there too. You could spray it, and then you could blow it off. That would actually work fairly well. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out because the $20,000 pan tilt zoom camera is not exactly in the budget right now. I don't think that would be a smart purchase. There is a $20,000 camera that we've had eyes on for a while. That it's got a little windshield wiper built into it. It's kind of cool. That's what we need. But we're going to be driving for a couple of hours, so I thought I'd bring up the live stream. I know everybody used to like it when we would do this. I used to do this a lot for the Dixie Alley events, but because we're in such busy storm chasing season right now, it's tough to do it because a lot of times I have to do my personal business phone calls, banking, counting, all that while I'm driving, so I can't do the stream because we don't have days off. I drive through? I don't know if I did. I don't really remember exactly what routes I took, but we were all over Minnesota yesterday. All over. I like the view here on the windshield camera, the interior camera, but the problem is, like, we got to have a camera outside to really be able to get a good view of things. Using that streaming, the GoPro streaming camera thing yesterday, I think that worked well. Another solution, honestly, might be to add more cellular carriers as well. You know, we've got 5 right now. I normally bond 6 carriers, but there's 6 lines. 1 T-Mobile, 2 Verizon, 3 AT&T. I actually dropped one of the Verizon lines by mistake, so I have to go back in and add that. But I'm actually considering adding another T-Mobile line, because T-Mobile is really, really fast. They just don't have much coverage. But when you're near a metropolitan area or an interstate, they have excellent 4G coverage. I mean, we can get 15 megabit, 20 megabit uplink speeds, and we can push some really, really HD video with that. You can actually push a 4K video with that. How am I mic'd? It's just the audio through the camera. We could easily run and I might at some point put an external mic in here and then like put it up on the visor. The problem is I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible without making it too complex, because the more things we have, the easier it is to fail. But audio is a big thing for me, because nobody wants to listen to crap audio, and that is one of the things on the list to do. I know the audio is not terrible right now, but a microphone like put somewhere in the center of the vehicle instead of up by the windshield would make a huge difference. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. But yeah, we just burn through data. The problem is data costs are really expensive, but it's worth it. So that's why I'm considering adding another couple of lines. What I'm considering doing is actually putting each camera on its own internet connection. I'm actually thinking about dropping the bonded setup and run 2 hotspots. I have a solution that I can actually bond together. And if you're not familiar with cellular bonding, it's basically taking 2 or more cell phone connections, data connections, and making them one so that it's more reliable and faster. I have a way that I can bond 2 of my Netgear hotspots together, so I'm considering getting a couple of more hotspots and running an AT&T and a Verizon hotspot for each streaming device, having them go back to the server and then picking from there. That might be a way to do it as well. That might take off some of the load and then also save some data, because if we're only using one camera, we can actually, we're just driving down the road, we don't need the outdoor ones, so we just turn them off. I do have a GoPro. I've actually got several of them. We have a 360 GoPro that got some awesome video yesterday, but I have to get it posted. Just didn't have a chance to do that this morning. Yeah, so RV internet solutions are excellent for storm chasing. Basically what I'm using right now is just a kind of like a second-hand way of doing that. But yeah, those RV solutions, that's actually what I started with, and they work excellent. I know a couple of other storm chasers that are using those. But I started in Des Moines this morning. Yeah, the drive from Minnesota, yeah, it's terrible. It's a heck of a drive. think we might be storm chasing tomorrow as well down there in Texas, but I will be able to get a video out recapping some of the footage from yesterday tomorrow morning, because I'll have time to do that tonight and tomorrow morning. We won't have such a drive. Yeah, it was a good thing that yesterday was a bust, but at the same time, at least we got to see that pretty shower cloud. Is Ryan planning a stream? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what happens, I guess, how today evolves. Starlink kind of works while traveling. They are coming up with a mobile solution for like RVs, but the equipment's a little bit big and clunky, so it's not quite ready for like car use yet. But as soon as Starlink has a mobile solution that works, mobile, like legit works, we'll get it. Trust me, because that will be an awesome solution. Yeah, we were going to go to Northern Illinois, but Northern Illinois doesn't look like a very good storm chasing target, so we decided to go down here to Texas. Talks about this COVID junk about all the new normal this, new normal that. Well, for me, new normal is just constant storm chasing. How much gas do I plow through? Like over $3,000 this month. I don't know per week, but it's a lot of gas. It is a lot of gas. That's why. So like last night, a couple of guys ran into me at McDonald's, and they were all excited. They thought YouTube was cool. And they were like teenagers, and these kids are like, well, how much money do you make a year? And I'm like, well, before or after expenses? Because if I tell you the amount before expenses, it sounds a lot more impressive. When you start taking $3,000 out a month for gas, $1,500 for data and all that, it's rough. Gas is really a problem right now. But like I said, it's not as bad as it could be. I mean, we could be storm chasing in California and be spending, $7 a gallon. In fact, we're going to pull over here and get gas for $4.07, which is a lot cheaper than it was up in Minnesota. This vehicle doesn't get too bad of gas mileage. We get like 20 miles a gallon, so it could be a lot worse. I feel bad for the truckers and stuff. Yeah, hurricane season's about to start. That's right. Yeah, those Rode mics are really nice. I've actually got a little Rode mic that plugs into my phone that works really well too. So I'm going to be out of the vehicle. I'm going to run inside and get something to drink, and your guys' job as the viewers is to, not kidding, I need you guys, it's really important to count how many people come up and like stare in the windshield of the car, because like, God, like I took my pump. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Does he not know who we are? But no, like the other day I was just sitting in here and like my windows are really, really dark. They're tinted down to like 5%. Like you cannot see in this car. These guys didn't realize I was sitting in here, and like they came up and they were like staring in the windshield, and I waved at them, and I think I scared the crap out of them. Then they felt really awkward. It was really, really strange. But let me know how many people come up and like take a picture of the car, because, and then in turn, I'll let you guys know how many people come up and ask me if I'm a storm chaser. It happens every time. Oh, are you a storm chaser? And it's like, no. The one guy, I told him no, and he just goes, okay. Hang on, let me I need to plug you guys in, because I don't know if you're charged or not. Um, yeah, my laptop, the chat, it's actually disconnected. So I'm seeing old messages, but a couple of questions. Do I get any of the monies donated to Ryan? Yeah, Ryan pays the storm chasers. So, like I've been contracting with Ryan for months, and Ryan is a good friend of mine. He's definitely pays very fairly. I actually get asked that question a lot, and I'm always sure to answer it because I could see why people would be potentially concerned. But no, he does compensate storm chasers. I I don't know why my chat's okay. Well, my chat's disconnected. You guys can all be screaming at me and telling me to go pound sand for all I know. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm just gonna go pump gas and then I'll reconnect it. Man, it's like cold out. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about the delay. I see the TWC comment and I laughed at that. That's funny. Completely agree with you. The Weather Channel also does not pay storm chasers diddly squat. I am not a Weather Channel supporter at all. And I've been warned about saying that on stream because some people are like, you're going to ruin your future business opportunities with them. I really don't care. Well, let me put this into perspective, people. When the Weather Channel buys a live stream from a storm chaser, like for the day, take a guess how much they pay them. You know, we're out here driving our own vehicle, you know, peeing $600 worth of gas down our leg every 2 days, $100 a night at the hotels, food, insurance, data. Guess how much the Weather Channel pays their streamers? You know, you'd probably think, you know, between $400 and $1,000, right? No, they pay like $125. And then you gotta like fight them to get them to pay out. So yeah, I saw the TWC comment, and I don't hate TWC. In fact, I actually like a lot of the meteorologists there. I just don't like the admin side of it. I think like the Weather Channel, I think it's a great thing. It's just it's the business, the meteorology and the weather side of it, absolutely. But the back end, no. So I give them a little bit of a trash talk every now and then. And like I said, a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're stream again," and I'm like, "Well, it's not for sale." So I don't know what to tell you. If you're lucky, they'll give you $250, and that's for exclusive rights. Like, yeah, okay, kiss mine. Like, yeah, be kidding me. Well, part of my car is falling off. What in the hell? Oh, it's so there's a rubber door seal on here that's like caught in the door and it's smacking against the side of the windshield. I gotta order a new door seal. Anyway, Charles P. Yeah, I like Charles. He's a great guy. He's an independent contractor. How do I feel about the crew at the NWS that does like the weather skill discussions? Oh, that'd be the SPC. Yeah, they've been doing a pretty good job. Like yesterday, the forecast busted, but I mean, I see why they issued a PDS watch and all that because, I mean, yesterday the parameters were there. I mean, no, it looked like it was going to go big, so they did I think the forecast. Yesterday was appropriate. You trust Ryan more than your local weather people? Yeah, I can understand that. Ryan's stream has, or his, I should say his channel, has come a long way. When I first saw one of Ryan's videos, like a year and a couple of months, it was like last April or something. I'm watching this video and I'm like, where the hell do I know this guy from? Like, that's the vape guy. Like, what the heck is the vape guy doing the weather for? And I shut the thing off. I'm like, what the heck? And then a couple of months later, you know, he got the truck, and there's the big controversy because, oh my God, he got a truck and put his name on it. You know, big deal. Who cares? You know, everybody thought that was just the end of the world. I have no idea why, but I started looking at his videos then. I'm like, yeah, I can see why people like it. I mean, I think that's going to be how people get not only their weather, but their news over the coming years. You know, people like YouTube videos. I think YouTube is becoming a huge part of people's daily lives for weather, news, entertainment. I don't have cable TV. I haven't had cable TV for 6 years. It's been YouTube. So where am I? Somewhere past Kansas City, going toward the Texas Panhandle. I don't know exactly where I'm at. Like a 15-second to 20-second delay on the video. So if I'm responding to your chats slow, that's why. I forget to remind people of that. Yeah, YouTube isn't, wasn't initially intended to be a live streaming platform, but it's really becoming a popular live streaming platform. Thanks, guys. You made me miss my turn. You gotta be kidding me. See, this is what happens. I start talking, and then we apparently missed our turn. That's okay. We only missed it's a cloverleaf exit, so we can just go back around. But it's also Google's fault because she's supposed to be talking. No, never mind. My phone's on silent. That's why. I was gonna say the phone should be talking to me. Yeah, so we're in Topeka, I guess. I know this roundabout and this interchange.
At the traffic circle, take the first exit onto the I-70 East US 40 East ramp.
I know this this bridge and stuff because I've missed that turn before.
Merge onto I-70 East, Kansas 4 East.
Yeah, today could get active in terms of severe weather. Mostly a hail and wind threat. But we'll get there. We'll be arriving right as the storms are developing, I think.
Merge onto I-70 East, Kansas 4 East, then take exit 366.
Like I was saying though, I'm really impressed with social media allowing people to stream. Hell, we've got these people that are like these professional gamers or whatever, where all they do is they sit in a chair and they play a video game all day on like Twitch, and then they get a bunch of money. Like, I couldn't stand doing that, and more power to them for doing that. I mean, that's great. If you can make an income doing that, good. But it's amazing because 10 years ago we never would have thought that somebody would be doing that. just started using YouTube. If you're just joining me, everyone, we're literally just streaming the drive from Iowa to the Texas Panhandle. We're near Topeka. Got severe weather today. I'll be ending this stream and starting a new storm chasing stream once we get down there. I used to stream these drives a lot. People said that they liked the being able to, see parts of the country they don't normally see. So I figured I would start doing it again. There's that door seal again. Getting fixed. Alright, I'm putting my window down a bit in case I lock myself out. Let's see if that works. That'll probably come loose again, and then I'll probably just end up ripping it off, which is fine. I'll order a new one today. members. Yeah, we're working on building that members only platform for, you know, extra stuff. I don't think we're going to see any tornadoes today, but we might see some really pretty storms. We'll find out. Not even have to head all the way to the Panhandle. We might be able to get away with like Woodward area, northwest Oklahoma. We'll see. I locked myself out of the car just, well, at least streaming just once. Just once. I'll have to hide a key somewhere on this thing. Try to stream the drives and stuff more. We used to do it a lot, especially during the not so busy seasons. when they're so far away from each other are rough. I got to Des Moines last night at the hotel right about midnight. So that makes it a little tough. So I wasn't able to do that video this morning. But I do have, of course, the video to release from yesterday. I'm gonna put that together tonight, I think. At minimum, I'll at least get some of it included with the forecast or the update video in the morning. Through Emporia, so there's a cattle crossing across the road, overpass. So if there's cows, we'll stop and see the cows. But otherwise, we gotta keep the pedal to the floor because we got a heck of a drive. I don't like arriving to these storm chase target areas so late in the day. I like to be there early to give us room to either move around or switch areas if we need to. I just hate constantly driving. Tomorrow, smaller, it's a slight risk for severe weather. Nothing too dramatic tomorrow, but Texas Panhandle region looks to be under the gun again, so we'll keep an eye out and stay down there. Past that, I don't see anything super exciting past that, but in the next couple of weeks we're going to have to start monitoring for tropical storms and hurricanes. Believe it or not, it's that time of the year already. unimpactful that everything was open. However, that Tropical Storm Fred, when it was tropical depression and just a low pressure system as it moved up through the Appalachian Mountains and into the northeast, it brought a lot of flooding. So that was more of a flooding system once it was post-tropical than anything. Besides Fred, God, what else was there? There was Ida. That was a huge disaster for many people. Favorite state to drive through, I think, is Colorado. But one of my favorite states to chase in is definitely Kansas. I think Texas is probably my absolute favorite place to chase storms, though. The road networks are terrible down there in West Texas, but it's so pretty. Possibly a severe weather setup in central southeast Kansas, like east of Wichita, but I just don't see that being a place to be. I don't really that area that's just it's full of clouds right now. I understand that can clear out, but I just don't believe that that's going to be the best place. So right now we're headed towards Shamrock, Texas. Towards Shamrock. We're on the Kansas tollway. Believe it or not, it costs $15. No, I think it's $15 if you don't have the K tag with a little toll pass. I think with the toll pass, it's like $11.50 or something. But it's worth it. It's a heck of a lot easier than taking one of the state highways. You know, I used to drive this a lot, like last year, but I tell you what, man, this May has been weird. Like, typically in May, we've got a bunch of Kansas events, and it's been a slow May. It really has. Like, statistically speaking, I feel like it has been. From a storm chase perspective, it always feels and seems like it's been fast-paced, but how many noteworthy tornadoes did we have in May in Kansas? Well, there was Andover, but I think that was in April, technically. I don't know. There might have been one, might have been a couple, but it's been a very strange year. And last year was kind of strange, and so was 2020. These past 3 seasons have been really, really weird. But we had a super active southeast U.S. like Gulf Coast states season. Lots of nocturnal chases. Just kind of an abnormal. I don't want to say an abnormal severe weather season, but kind of seems like it. Before you know it, we'll be driving around in snowstorms again. But I'm going to try something this year. I don't tolerate winter. I absolutely hate cold weather, and I hate where I live. I cannot stand living in Wisconsin. It's terrible. I don't like the climate. Guys, in Wisconsin, it's been like, and I don't know what it's been like this past like week and a half, because I've been in either chasing or I've been in Kentucky. But up until like mid-May, it had been like 60 degrees. And like the other day when I was home, I'm like, you're gonna be kidding me. It was like the 28th, and it was like 50 degrees out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, what is going on? I can't stand it. So I think this year what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna probably have to start a second YouTube channel so I don't botch the algorithm. But I thought about, we get a lot of, even in the winter months and stuff. Yeah, we're still gonna cover blizzards and all that winter storm stuff, but I think we're gonna try and attempt to maybe get down into the southern portion of Florida a couple of times, and maybe just do some live streams of traveling and such. Maybe just go where it's warm and drive around a little bit and live stream it, because I cannot stand the weather in the Midwest. But it just kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying. We're going to be streaming winter storms here again before you know it. And this year has flown by. That's for sure. 7 tornado warnings in Jonesboro. Yeah, Jonesboro has been hit several times. These past couple of years, Jonesboro has really been in the middle of it. I don't know if we're going to get up to Canada to be storm chasing or not. I haven't seen any good Canadian setups yet, but usually July and then to June and then into July is a good time to be chasing in Canada. We can live stream from Canada, but the cell phone network is not as robust, because a lot of the Canadian prairies where the Canadian Tornado Alley is, those prairies they're so rural, there just isn't crap for cell phone service. So we'll try to stream it. It's probably not going to work so well, but we'll definitely be there nonetheless. Couple of years, Tornado Alley's been kind of quiet, with some exceptions, but the southeast has been really, really active. A lot of people think of Tornado Alley as one unit, but honestly, there's several Tornado Alleys. There's the main Tornado Alley in the Plains, and there's that. A lot of people used to call it like Hoosier Alley, which is southern Indiana and western Ohio, but I don't really acknowledge that one as much. But then we've got Dixie Alley in the southeast. And there's even a little hot spot in the Carolinas. Eastern Carolinas that get a lot of tornadoes. I like the southern plains too. I like the high plains. I really like eastern New Mexico. We haven't chased in eastern New Mexico at all this year. Usually we have by now, and it's really strange that we haven't. Hopefully we get a chance to, because I really like it over there. I'm going to try to get us out to, well, I'm not going to try. I am going to get us out to, like, Arizona, southern Utah for monsoon season. Live stream some monsoonal pulse storms. And maybe even some floods. Probably see a little bit of a lull in the severe weather activity for just a little while. But like I said, we'll get back into the high plains and the northern plains season here in June. Good time though, looking at the map with our location on it here, starting way up there in Des Moines, 7 a.m. well 7:30 I guess. I'm happy. There was a lot of hydroplaning incidents on the road up there near Kansas City. A lot of people a lot of accidents from I assume hydroplaning. lots of lightning in Florida, that's for sure. We've storm chased in Florida a couple of times. I've never storm chased in the actual peninsula. We've chased in the Panhandle though. Chasing in the Florida Panhandle is nice. It's relatively flat. Down the road, testing out some new equipment. I shouldn't say new equipment, but a different method of doing this. We will be live storm chasing here later on today. On that, but I'm going to see if I can get some sort of way for remote camera switching for somebody behind a desk to be able to pick the best camera so we don't have to do it. But overall, I do think we're getting a little bit better quality with this method, which makes me happy. Like right now, I see we're dropping dropping the bit rate a little bit due to the cell phone network not being as strong, which is good. Miles to Wichita. Can I Rain-X the pan tilt zoom camera? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna try it. Coming through Emporia right now. I think we've got like 15 minutes till we get to that cattle crossing. Maybe there'll be some cows there today. Probably somewhere near Shamrock, Texas. possibility for some severe weather in Illinois. Small tornado risk, primarily a wind and large hail risk. We'll get some lightning tonight probably. Finally gonna pass us after sitting in our blind spot. He's too busy on his phone, that's why. Super chat. So I think we've almost got a guarantee at seeing storms tonight. It's just how many and how photogenic they'll be. I hope they're pretty storms, so we can get some good video and everything. Coming up to the cattle crossing up here shortly. This is the welcome to the Flint Hills of Kansas sign. If I remember right, it's just a mile or two past this. than I thought. There's a couple, but they're not up close here. Oh, there's a couple cows, but they're way over there. Here, we'll zoom in. I can do that somehow. Bear with me. There's some cows. Yeah, so we're at like 15x zoom right now, so yeah, they're a ways away. All right. Well, that's enough cows. Yeah, cattle, cows, same thing, whatever. Close enough. For the purposes of the chat. Now, one thing, they're not deer. We could try to moo at them, but I doubt they'll hear us. Which is pretty unfortunate. driving down the road, live streaming on YouTube, and then you guys called me, and I'm sick of you calling me, so I figured I'd waste your time as much as you waste mine. Yeah, you're live in front of like 500 people right now, and it's making their day. So you're welcome to call me back and waste more of my time. But I've been put on your do not call list like 16 times, so you can put me on there like a 17th, and that would be like the greatest thing ever. I mean, I wasn't born in 1944. I mean, for crying out loud, like, holy crap. Not that old. Yeah.
Well, he don't sound that old either, and I do apologize. You know, these calls for no reason. Let me just say that there was a few calls 7 days, 12 days.
Definitely.
Set it up like this, so let me just detail all this.
That would be tremendous.
No problem, sir. And how many people want to say hello to?
44,350. Okay, bye. Yeah, we had to cut Carl or whatever the heck his name was off because I don't want him to start like cussing everybody out. I'm sorry. I've had it with the telemarketing, that same place, and I think it's a legitimate thing. But I am so sick and tired of that company calling me. I have told them, I'm not kidding, at least between 5 and 10 times, like in the past 4 days, to stop calling. And they continue to call, and it's a different number every single time. So I have no problem wasting a couple of minutes of their time. I really don't. And I get, if it's a legitimate sales pitch, whatever, and they're doing their job, that's fine. But holy cow, like, I don't know how many times I have to say stop calling me. That's usually the best way to get telemarketers to stop calling, is to waste as much time as possible. We got 44,300 and something people on our live stream here. I told him. That guy was at least polite. We get the actual scammers, and I can't put them on speakerphone because they get like violent and mean. Like they start threatening me. When you mess with the actual scammers, they get like really, really mad, and they start like cussing you out. Yeah, I love wasting scammers' time. I don't think that was a scammer though. I think that's like an actual like telemarketer, but whatever. So yeah, the car extended warranties. So I always tell them, like, I always give them, a legit car and a legit something, so they think I'm not messing with them. And then get all the way through the process of the extended car warranty, and when they're ready to take your payment, then I just like make up a random credit card number in my head, and then they'll like ask, and I'll just make up numbers, and then they'll be like, oh, it's not going through, and I'm like, oh, well, you must not have heard me right, and then I'll just start repeating it, and then I won't back down, and then they're like, well, we need a different card, so I'm like, okay, sure, so then I'll just make up another card number. It's great. Marketing people at Walmart, yeah. So it's kind of like the Girl Scouts. I have nothing against the Girl Scouts. Don't get me wrong, but they always set up their tables at the Walmart entrances in my town, and I feel really bad and guilty for just like walking by them, but I try to walk by them because I don't want to have to say no, because I feel really bad when I don't buy their cookies, and I really don't like Girl Scout cookies, and I really don't want any ever. But I feel really bad telling them no, so I try to walk by them as quickly as possible without striking up any conversation. As long as you don't make eye contact, you're usually okay. I will sometimes avoid going into Walmart when they're set up out there, just so that I don't have to tell them no, because I legitimately feel bad when I tell the Girl Scouts no for not buying the cookies. Story. So when I was at that dump of an ambulance company, which it was a dump. Look it up. It's in Freeport, Illinois. It's garbage. Lawsuits. They don't pay their taxes. All sorts of stuff. But anyway, there was this guy that was selling like cleaning chemicals, and he stopped by and like he wouldn't leave, and I didn't want to be there, and I didn't want to deal with this guy. So he's like, here, I'll let me demonstrate the product. And I'm like, oh, great, here we go. Now he's going to guilt me into buying this garbage. So he gets out the spray bottle, and he's like wiping a stain off of the floor. And the stain is not going away. And he's like, oh, see, this is because I'm using regular store-bought cleaner. Ugh. I'm like, okay. And like he tried like 2 other bottles of stuff that didn't have a label on it to like prove that regular cleaning supplies don't work or something. And I was like getting super annoyed, and I'm like, so are you gonna, I looked at him and I snapped, I'm like, so are you gonna clean the stain or what? And this guy's just like, oh yeah, well let me try our shebang, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He sprays that on there, and it had some chemical reaction with the rubber coating that was on the floor, and it started eating away at the floor. And this guy starts freaking out. He's like, oh my God. And he's like, do you have a hose? And I'm like, yeah. So this guy's like damaging the floor with his crappy cleaning product. And he kept coming back after he left too. He's like, well, I'd like to earn your business. And it's like, dude, like if we need to clean stuff with, we'll go down to the Walmart and we'll buy the Pine Sol. Cell phone salespeople too, like at Walmart. So Straight Talk is Walmart's prepaid service, and it's not very good. It's an MVNO, which means it runs on Verizon's network, and it doesn't have priority. So if you're in a busy area or a big city, you know, you might not get service. The Verizon people have priority. Well, the problem that I had, here's the problem that I have with these prepaid services, they're crap, okay? Like I can't use them for my business. So I walk by this guy at Walmart, and he's a cell phone salesman, because they have those now, I guess, at Walmart. Isn't that nice? And he's like, hey, sir, who's your phone provider? And I looked at him, I said, AT&T, T-Mobile, Viero, and US Cellular. And he goes, well, which one is it? And I said, all of them. Why? Well, how much are you paying a month? And I'm like, $1,500. Yeah, the guy thought I was like being an ass, and I kind of was. Because I didn't want to do it. I told him, I'm like, I do streaming. I said, I have all my phones set up the way I do. You know, everything works fine. No problems. I'm happy with what I got. well, I can get you on Straight Talk and you can replace all of those. It'll only be $60 a month. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I'm just like, I'm trying to walk away from this guy. And I was trying to buy like a phone charger or something. And I couldn't find it. And then he's trying to upsell me on a phone charger. Like, he wouldn't let me leave or check out until he convinced me that Straight Talk was the option. And I'm just like, dude, I get you're on commission, but like, I really don't want your crappy phone service. I really don't. Like, I understand you're trying to put food on the table and commission and stuff, but like, I really don't want it. We're going to Texas. Cat shooting your phone cord. Yeah, I know how that goes. Maybe we can get cows to sponsor our live storm chasing streams. Like cows, legit cows. If there's anybody in the chat that owns a cow, maybe we can work something out. No, I give myself weather updates. I don't trust anybody. I also don't like anybody, so. Tomorrow's going to be a laid-back chase day, I think, one of my favorite kinds. So I'll stay at a hotel tonight and then work on getting video and stuff edited. Something out tomorrow. This right here is like a reservoir or a river or a lake, or this is something. This water is supposed to be here on the sides of the road. The first time I came through here several years ago, I thought it was flooded. It's not. It's supposed to be there. Yeah, I used to thought that was like a cornfield that floated out or something. that about really any state, you know. get to drink? I don't know. Liquid Death, probably. Not a sponsor. I don't know. Normally Powerade, I guess. Also not a sponsor. No, but I started drinking that Liquid Death. Ryan turned me on to that. We were walked into his house and he opens up his fridge and he's like, "You want some Liquid Death?" And I'm like, "What in the hell are you talking about?" expensive, but it's not bad. How do I stay awake for these long drives? I don't shut my eyes. I don't know. I seem to do pretty well on longer drives. Yeah, it won't be too long until we hit Oklahoma. Yeah, I think it's like 55 minutes or something from here. I don't use cruise control. I don't know, I just never have. That's what I like about the Kansas tollways here. These service areas every so many miles. The gas is a little bit cheaper on the tollway too. I think that they might subsidize it a bit with toll prices maybe. For some reason, I don't even know. I'm not sure what you're talking about with the fried pies, but for some reason it sounds familiar. Like I might have drove by a sign or something. Coolest car I've seen on a road trip. I've seen some real crappy cars. We were going to Colorado 2.5 years ago. And there was a really old like Chevy Blazer. The door handle was missing, so they had like a padlock on the door so that it wouldn't open. That was pretty hilarious. hurricanes? Oh, absolutely. We'll do everything. Probably go east out or go west out of Oklahoma City on 40. Entirety of Hurricane Ida last year. The cell phone service didn't actually cut out until after the hurricane, so we'll stream when there's a hurricane. We'll stream as long as we can, but at some point there will be a point in time where the phone, either the phone service is overloaded or down or whatever, and the stream will end, but we'll stream as much as we can. Well, they got half of the highway here resurfaced. I'm doing the other side yet, it looks like. So that'll be nice. This was in pretty rough shape. Yeah, that's true. We're not far from road service center. We are not far from Andover. In fact, I think that was the last time that I was in this area. Shut up, car. Guy is like a foot off our back bumper and it's really annoying. There's an airplane. That nice. We're almost to Oklahoma. We're in the Wichita area, so once we get through Wichita, it's only like a half an hour or 45 minutes or so to Oklahoma. about 2-3 hours, we'll probably be able to forecast a little bit better of what's going to actually happen. Probably in about, well, once we get through Oklahoma City, we'll probably have to shut the stream down and then start up a new one for actual storm chasing. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Hopefully the picture quality is a little better than it normally is. We got some settings fixed. I thought that was like a police chase. I think it's just an idiot that doesn't know how to pull over. Darn, if that was a police chase, we probably would have followed him. Try to fall asleep in my Tesla and just let it drive me. No, I'm kidding. No, if I had a driver, I might sleep occasionally, but I did take a nap in Hurricane Ida while streaming. We were parked, And I literally put the streaming phone on a tripod outside of the car, sheltered from the wind, and went in the car and took a nap for an hour. Nobody ever knew the difference. Not even kidding. I used to sleep in the car a lot to save money. You can save a lot by not staying at hotels. But area where there's not a hotel, which does happen sometimes, in the morning and comfortable. It's burning one hell of a brush pile. right, David, I fixed it for you. I thought I had added you. David, you should have mod powers now. discussion was issued for Texas and Oklahoma that a severe thunderstorm watch might be needed by 3 or 4 p.m. Central. Parts of the Texas Panhandle and western Oklahoma. They expect convective initiation or storms to start firing by 22Z, which is like 4:30. Well, I shouldn't say 4:30. Between like 4 and 5 p.m. They expect to issue a watch by 3 or 4 p.m. We'll be getting there right in time. up to 70 something degrees now, so we crossed some sort of a boundary there. So yeah, it's definitely warming up here now. Because it was in the upper 60s just northeast of Wichita a couple of minutes ago. Basically 78. Seems to be pretty windy out here too. City, you're right in the middle of the severe weather threat today. Oklahoma, and then I'm going to shut it down for a little bit, and we will be back after that for some live storm chasing in a couple of hours, but we'll be live here for just a little bit yet. We're about to come into Oklahoma. lot of money in tolls. Thoughts on Tornado Alley shifting? I don't know if it's really shifting or if it's just more attention, but we've had definitely a slow Tornado Alley for like the past 3 years. Tornado Alley's been pretty slow every season. Where am I planning on setting up? Well, I've got Shamrock, Texas, which is in the Panhandle, in the GPS right now, but we might not have to go that far. We might end up somewhere near Elk City, so it's safe to say somewhere in the eastern Panhandle or western Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I will end this stream for YouTube algorithm purposes, and then I will start a new stream in probably about 3:30 p.m. Central Time, so probably in about an hour and a half, roughly, and that will be the storm chasing stream. So if you're in the chat and you don't want to stop chatting. We do have a Discord server, which will be pinned in the comments here in a second. Sorry about that, everyone. I accidentally hit the power button. Did not intend to cut the feed off. Yeah, I hit the power button. But I did link or pin the link to the Discord server in the chat. Join that and join us anytime. Alright, everyone, we are just like 3 miles north of the Oklahoma state line. Okay, maybe like 5 miles. But I'm going to go ahead and shut off this stream. Go ahead and actually schedule the next stream for the storm chasing. So if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We will also share that link in Discord, and it'll be on Twitter and everything. But expect me to go live again probably around sometime between 3 and 4 p.m. Central. Thanks everyone for joining me on our little road trip today. Alright guys, I'm going to log in and end the stream here. Have a good one. I will see you all shortly.